So I wanted to start this off with talking about the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Now, they basically, the Russos had put out something last week that said that the spoiler ban for Avengers Endgame lifts this past Monday. And so if you haven't seen it, see it this weekend because it lifts. And so the reason why they did that was because Spider-Man Far From Home new trailer dropped. Now, what I'm about to say is going to be spoilerish. That's the reason why they did it, because right before the trailer comes on, Tom Holland, ironically the person that, kind of spoils a lot of stuff when it comes to these movies, him and Mark Ruffalo, he comes out and he tells people that if you haven't seen Endgame, it's going to be spoilers in here for Endgame. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back, whatever, and everything else. So basically what I'm about to say, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, so I mean, more than likely if you're listening to this, you've seen Endgame. If not, then you need to go ahead and watch it because I'm about to talk about it and it is spoilers, so whatever. But basically, the trailer starts off with them mourning Iron Man. Now, don't get me wrong, when I saw Endgame, it didn't really dawn on me, Iron Man, but then once you start thinking about it, it's like, damn, we got to have more, movies where Robert Downey Jr. is not going to be a part of it. He's not going to be Iron Man and everything else. That's when you start to really think about it. And, it's kind of like, put it like this. It's kind of like when you're invested so much into the movies and, you start to think about it. So at the beginning of this trailer, it starts to give you the feels. You start to feel the pain that he's more than likely feeling because all of us have lost somebody, Some unlucky people have, or unfortunate people have lost multiples of people or whatever. So they know how that gut-wrenching stuff feels. So you got Happy and Peter talking about how much they miss him and everything else. And you see like the painting of Iron Man up on the wall right next to where, Spider-Man, he's looking at it and everything else. And you see Tom Holland. It looked like he was just like bawling his eyes out. Or, Peter, put it like that. Like he was just bawling his eyes out because you see his eyes is kind of, like around his eyes is kind of reddish pink or whatever. Like he's been crying. And it starts off on an emotional note. And that is kind of like, for those who actually cried during Endgame, more than likely it probably was like, oh, why they gotta do this? But I like the way that they started off with that, as well as it gets into the funk of things. It don't really like steer too much on that, but it's going to be somewhat of a theme. It's going to come up throughout the movie more than likely. And then after that, you start to get into the lighter moments of it where he's capturing criminals and the police come in and they told him like, oh, what are you trying to be the new Iron Man now? He's like, no, I'm too busy trying to do you guys' job. So he kind of plays around with them and it shows the light humor that they have in it. And it was actually pretty good. And I don't know if anybody kind of like noticed this. I don't know, because it seemed like to me that when he said that kind of sounded like a Andrew Garfield line. Like I could literally picture Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man saying that exact line the exact same way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That just stuck out to me. I don't know if that was like, in anybody else's mind, but that was one of the things that I had noticed about it. But one of the other things is that the CG looked great. The CG really, really did look great. More than likely they're gonna do some finishing touches on it or whatnot, but I mean, from what I've seen, it looks incredible. Like this movie, I'm a little bit more excited for this movie than I actually was for Homecoming. Homecoming was a good movie. I wasn't too over the moon for it even after I saw it. I knew it was a good film or whatever. I don't mind watching it whenever it comes on or, whatever. But I wasn't too hyped for it. This one, I'm a little bit I guess you could say a little bit more excited than I was for the first film. So it looks, really, it looks like it's going to be way better. It looks like it has a lot more going for it. And then you got the whole thing of Peter trying to like go on his trip, and he's really just trying to get away and just be a normal kid because of all these responsibilities he having. It's basically him just trying to like balance out everything, and I appreciate that. I like that they're doing that they're keeping it grounded of that sense, because he's gone through a lot. His character within the short amount of movies that he's been in, he's gone through a lot. And so he's just really want to be a normal kid. Like, I mean, anybody can relate to that. You know, not even if you're grown, you know, you have a job that you work countless hours. You need a break sometimes. You know, you need to make money, but at the same time, you actually just need a break. You need to rejuvenate. You need to just kind of rest your mind, rest your body. That way you can get back into action. You know, everything is all good. But yeah, he's trying to get on his ship, and then Nick Fury is trying to get in touch with him. He's telling him, like, I don't want to talk to Nick Fury. He says to Happy, and Happy's like, you gotta talk to him, because if you don't talk to him, I gotta talk to him. And he ends up pressing the button on him, and he's like, you're not ghosting Nick Fury, or you do not ghost Nick Fury. And I found that that was really funny or whatnot. And even just it leads to the point where he was saying that, like, it's been kind of hard getting. You're a real hard person to get in touch with, Peter, and all this stuff. Nick Fury says to him. So I like that whole aspect of it, and I don't know. It just seemed like they're gonna have fun with this movie. And Mary Jane, or MJ, I guess you could say. I forgot what her name is up in the movie or whatever, but MJ actually knows that he's Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And we can take it out of context because trailers give us certain things that, you know, it was like, it may or may not be in the movie. Certain dialogues and certain things may be a little bit tweaked, but she probably might be playing around with him before or something like that when that scene comes up. We don't know the full context of it until we see the actual movie, or they have a clip or something like that. But as far as we know, you know, just from the trailers, like, she knows that he's Spider-Man, and she's saying that it's pretty obvious and everything else. So I'm like, okay. And so we got Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Mysterio, and he is working with Shield. Shield, ever since, I guess, the events of Endgame, with them moving the stones and all that stuff, it created some type of, like, ripple in other, like, timelines. So it's bringing in the concept of multiverses in this Spider-Man movie, which a lot of people believe that that's a way for them to, you know, kind of creep into the Venom verse and do something with that, which I think they're really just trying to keep it separate, because if you're going to do that, you might as well just go ahead, throw Venom and everybody else into the MCU. But I don't know. To me, it's like, I'll be okay if they do it. But other than that, I like the concept of the multiverse. To me, that can be kind of tricky, almost as much as doing time travel. And we all seen Endgame, or just any other movie that's dealing in time travel. So, you know, I don't know. That could be kind of tricky, but I mean, I'm curious to see how they're doing it, and I'm curious to see if, with them showing that he's working with Shield, is he's gonna play Mysterio the way that they had him in the comic books, because I wasn't too knowledgeable on, you know, Mysterio, and I wasn't a big fan of him. I actually thought, like, just growing up, I didn't care for him because he just looks stupid. I don't know, like, just with the fishbowl head, I don't know. It just looks stupid to me, so I never really cared for Mysterio. Now I have an interest because I'm older, you know, and they're doing the movie, so it's nice to get that knowledge. But, you know, I wonder if they're going to keep it to where he is a bad guy, an illusionist, or they're going to switch it around to where he actually is a good guy, or, you know, something like that, because they didn't switched it on us. And spoilers for Captain Marvel, if you haven't seen it, but the Kree are portrayed as the bad guys in that movie, and the Skrulls are portrayed as the good guys in that movie. So they did a whole switcheroo or whatever when it came to that movie, which is slightly different from the, you know, comic books, because in the comic books, Skrulls are bad and Kree are good. So I wonder if they're gonna do it like that, because maybe it works out better as far as storytelling, or where they want to go with their story when it comes to that. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do that. And then of course you got the Elementals and everything else, and I want to see what's up with them. Are they going to play a major part? They're just going to be there. I'm more than likely Mysterio is the main villain, but I want to know, are they going to play a more of a major part than just start just causing corruption or whatever, and then get defeated, and then that's it. You know, I wonder if there's going to be more to them. And if Sandman, I believe Sandman is one of them, is he going to play a major role? Is he going to be like a real person as well as Hydra Man? And I forget the other guy name. But I want to know, are they going to be real people, or are they just going to be things for Spider-Man and Mysterio to take down? I don't know. But yeah, and so I don't know, like this, it looks like it has a lot. We have a lot of questions for it. I have a lot of questions for it. The trailer looks incredible. It looks really incredible. I'm definitely have it on my list to go see it, like opening weekend. Like I may end up getting my tickets way beforehand. I don't know, because tickets are on sale for it, so I may end up checking it out. Or not need to check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out, but I might end up purchasing my tickets beforehand. I don't know. I'm still like thinking about it, but I don't think tickets are gonna go like that super quick or anything like in game. So there's no rush. I mean, let's still have time for it to come. Like by 2 months before it actually comes out, so we'll be good. But that's really all I gotta say about the trailer. I mean, it was really good. It got me more invested, or more wanting to see. I can't even think of the word. It got me really wanting to see the movie now than I was before I saw the trailer or whatnot, even after seeing the first trailer. But yeah,